Is a new PlayStation Vita coming? There are rumors, pretty interesting ones. Let's look at the future of the PlayStation handheld. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and don't forget to hit that like button. Apart from the already leaked PlayStation 4 Slim, and we will probably also see the PlayStation 4 Neo at the PlayStation meeting event on September 7th, there are also rumors circling around about a new possible PlayStation handheld to be shown at this event. I will let you know whether I think this is possible. Let's look at the rumors first. At Foxconn, and is the manufacturer for the PlayStation devices, also Nintendo Wii U was made there, or Xbox One, iPads, iPhones and iPods. There was a guy working there that drew a design of the PlayStation 4 Slim a few months before the thing got leaked. So then it was also pointed out that he or she noted some other things, namely, quote, the veteran workers info was that a few production lines opened for a PlayStation portable-like device, end quote. If he or she was right about the PlayStation 4 Slim, why not about this? Important to notice that this could also be the NX, since like I said, Nintendo also has their stuff made at Foxconn, and according to the rumors, the NX will be a handheld. But there's more, there's a certification about a 5 GHz Wi-Fi chip that indicates that it's for a new Vita, because it has some initials the PlayStation Vita also has. This could also be for the new PlayStation 4 Slim, since we know that it also features a 5 GHz Wi-Fi chip. But right now it more points towards a new Vita. So apart from these rumors, there is a reason to think that they might do it. This is because of Japan. It's a handheld land. They have small rooms there, so they game mostly while being on the road or somewhere else. Wireless gaming or ad hoc gaming is pretty huge there. The biggest gaming franchise there are mostly handheld franchises like Pokemon, Yokai Watch and Monster Hunter, to name a few. Of course, the mobile market has taken over, but I think the Japanese people are smart enough to see that real gaming is done on a handheld. I mean, we see it with the 3DS sales, which are still insanely good. And also to get back to the Vita, that system is also doing really well. 5 million units sold in Japan as of June 2016, which is probably a little more than 1/3 of the total sales at this point. 2015 the Vita was supposed to be at 12 million units worldwide. I think here lies the future, if there is any future for a PlayStation handheld. As sad as it might sound, right now only Japanese exclusives are coming and some Western indie titles, but really Japan is what keeping this thing alive. Sony is of course a Japanese company, with Nintendo not leaving the handheld space anytime soon. The NX will totally be suited for the Japanese market. Sony is going to give them a free game, so they're just going to say, okay, we're not going to make a new handheld, so go ahead NX, get everyone that's playing on a handheld, while the Vita will just slowly die. On the other hand, Sony has something that Nintendo does not have, and that's the PlayStation 4, which is doing really well for Japanese terms. It sold 3 million copies, and there are some upcoming huge games for the Japanese audience, Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15, that will only be playable on the PlayStation 4 in Japan. Yeah, I don't count the Xbox One because that thing is dead in Japan. It's really a joke at this point. So with the upcoming Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15 games, they have something that Nintendo, the NX, will not have, and that is huge caliber RPGs. So it can also be that Sony is just leaving the handheld space but doubling down on being the home console experience in Japan, which will of course also be way more suited for the Western audience. With the PlayStation VR coming as well, that might totally fit that strategy. And because of the mobile gaming nature of Japan, and also Shuei Yoshida, higher up at Sony, noted that the handheld landscape is just not very healthy for a handheld gaming device. So maybe there's only room for one dedicated handheld at this time, and that will be the NX. Recently Nintendo has been dominating the handheld space in Japan. I mean, the PSP did really well, but when Nintendo got the Monster Hunter franchise, and of course still had the Pokemon franchise and now Yokai Watch, they were dominating and still are. Why I also don't think that a new Sony handheld is viable is the first party support. Sony stopped the first party support for the Vita pretty soon in the life cycle. I mean, we saw Uncharted Golden Abyss, we saw Gravity Rush, but that is now coming to PS4. If they will make a new handheld, they need exclusive to survive in the Western market, because right now they have Japanese exclusives, but because they're not making any Western type games. They don't have any Western exclusives. And I don't see that any Sony owned studios would be working on this new system. I mean, studios like Guerrilla Cambridge that made Killzone Mercenary are now focused on the PlayStation VR with Rix. PlayStation VR is Sony's new focus. Teams are working on exclusive content for that. They need exclusive content to sell that. I just can't believe that they will focus on 3 different devices with the PlayStation 4, PlayStation VR and this potentially new Vita with the studios they have right now. It just makes way more sense for Sucker Punch, the creators of the infamous franchise, to say, let's make another PS4 game that will probably sell a ton. Or we could be making this handheld title with a high chance of failure. In Japan there's more a market for this, so what I think the future of the new handheld, the new Sony handheld will be, I think there are 2 scenarios. Sony is going to keep the current Vita on the market and sell it until there's just simply no demand for it, or they will make a new Vita but only for the Japanese audience. The system will be filled with games we see on the Vita right now, like Danganronpa, God Eater, stuff like that, but no console quality titles like Uncharted Golden Abyss and Killzone Mercenary. So will we see a new PlayStation Vita at the PlayStation meeting? No. It would be insane if they did it, but chances are extremely slim, just like the PlayStation 4 Slim. If they would do it, chance of 10% or something, that it will be shown at the Tokyo Game Show press conference, because then they will, like I said, I think, go for the Japanese audience. On September 13th, that event will air. But yeah, don't count on this new Vita. We will need to wait for the NX to get the awesome dedicated handheld experience, or just play our Vitas and 3DS now. Let me know what you think about the future of the PlayStation Vita in the comments down below. Like the video if you did, subscribe for more gaming theories, predictions, etc. Goodbye.